Evening guys, welcome back once again to the channel. Welcome back to the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers in Season 12, Round 4 of the GT7 Championship. We're at the moment in practice. And it looks like a returning Viking dog. Obviously he missed the last couple of rounds, didn't he? But back again this evening in that GTR. I can tell you at the moment, as it stands, Iggy still in control of the championship. He's at the top with 102 points. We've got BX behind him in second place with 87 points. Philip actually in third place at the moment with 59 points. Then we have Owen in fourth with 55, and Viking Dog not far behind Owen with 53. Then Zico is in sixth with also 53 points, so actually tied with Viking Dog at the moment. Gilles is seventh with 40 points. He's actually tied with Capel, his teammate, at the moment, in eighth with 40 points. Sonic King isn't worth a mention. We saw what he did last week. Wesley sat in 10th place with 38 points. DB Elite 11th with 37. Haza is in Haza's 12th place with 26 points. Brumadino 13th with 24. Ben 14th with 22. BR4 is 15th with 20 points, and CMP bringing up the rear with 14 points. And we've had some cracking rounds so far, haven't we? Some very good racing on display and very close starting grids from the Tier 1 drivers. I think in the last couple of races there's literally been sort of a second or a second and a half separating the whole grid, which is pretty insane.
Pray for me, chat, folded hands.
Oh, Jill says, pray for me, chat. Yeah, you've been doing alright, Jills. Keep up the good performance, mate, and I'm sure you bring home some decent points. So yeah, Jules looking for some decent points this evening. Oh, is Kep a stand-in? I'm not sure. Kep's not been in for a little while, has he? We've got Bruma there in fourth. And a returning Kep. It looks like he's actually going to be Iggy's teammate for this evening in the 4C. Let's see Kep back on track. Zico had a bit of a moment there. He's back in the pits now. He's actually on the hard, so maybe on this track, Dragon Trail Seaside. Obviously we are still in practice conditions at the moment. Qualifying should start around 8 o'clock. But Viking Dog currently with the fastest time of a 1:37.911. And it'll be interesting to see how many people the Chicane of Death manages to claim this evening. It's only called that for one reason, isn't it? Very fine room for margin, or fine margin for error. So BX just put a message up in the chat, starting soon. So qualifying will get underway very shortly. Kept just grazing the barrier there. Saw them sparks fly. I'm sure we're going to see a lot of them this evening. So who are we missing? Excuse me. So this is, I believe, the start of qualifying. We'll go on board with BX because he seems to be the first person out of the pits, and he is, as always. So BX will head the cars on their first out lap. in this 10-minute qualifier. So BX doing really well at the moment in that GR Supra. I think he's sat in second place, isn't he, in the standings at the moment. Not too far behind Iggy, I think maybe 15 points in it. That thing is an absolute weapon, but as I touched upon last week, it has taken a slight nerf in the last update, so it's lost 6 brake horsepower, which I think is definitely made a difference down the straights. Not quite as much of a powerhouse as it once was, but it is still definitely a very competitive car. So he'll be coming up to finish his first out lap soon. We'll actually stay on board with him for his first flyer. No pressure, BX. So this first turn 1, obviously being the reverse, is a hard left-hander, almost a hairpin. Hard on the brakes, down to about third, maybe even second, get it turning back up to third. And then we approach the infamous chicane of death. I think we're going to see a few people maybe making a slight error there this evening. It does happen, especially in the endurance race and the feature race. Being a 40-minute endurance race, you're going to have around, what would it be around here? So probably about 20 laps maybe. So you've got to make it through that chicane without touching any of the barriers. As I say, 20 times or so, maybe even more. Will it even be? No, it might even be a 16 laps maybe. It might be a lot less. But it's going to take a lot of concentration and patience. You don't want to be trying to go for moves into that chicane, because yeah, I've seen it happen. It's not the place to try and get an overtake done. So BX comes across the line and he does a 1:38.7. Brumo will be next behind him. That was a 1:40.023, and Iggy actually going faster there than BX. He's done a 1:38.160. Viking Dog takes provision 3.6. I can't quite remember, I'd have to check my notes, but the GTR's either been on a diet or it's been on some bulking agent, so it's either had weight taken away or added. I don't think they've messed with the brake horsepower. So Zico, only 200ths off of BX at the moment. This is where we're going to start seeing how close this grid is again. So I'll go from the top. So we've got Viking Dog in first place currently, 1:37.836. Iggy is only 3.324 off the back of him. BX only 5.60 off the back of Iggy. Zico is 0.20 off the back of BX, 200ths. Zico, sorry, 200ths off the back of him. Owen, 900ths off the back of Zico. And then Capel, 3/10. But yeah, as you go down through the grid, very, very, very close grid again this evening. I think that's the first notable change there. Maybe Benji not managing to get a decent lap in yet, but 3 seconds 3.3 seconds off the lead currently. 3.4 seconds off the lead. But 3.3 seconds off the back of Bruma, who's currently sat in 10th place. And now he drops down to 12th, does Benji. Philip, who's been quite rapid so far, seemingly not getting a decent lap in yet, currently sat down in 14th. 7.8 seconds off the back of Kep. So Viking Dog looking like he's on a cool down lap. BX manages to improve. He's managed to edge ahead of Iggy ever so slightly. Iggy maybe looking like he's trying to find some clean air now. Let that traffic go by before he starts his, or before he ends his out lap. Doesn't want to get caught up in that traffic when he starts his out lap. And Capel currently in 4th, only a 10th off of Iggy at the moment. So Zico is currently in 5th. We've got Gilles currently 6th, only 900ths off the back of Zico. Now Owen, let's see what Owen can do. Owen in practice, he was one of the faster guys on track, maybe because the other guys hadn't decided to go out for practice, not too sure, but we'll stay on board with him for a minute and see what sort of lap. So, big twitch there from the rear end of that Genesis X. He managed to hold it though. That was a good save. That is going to hurt his lap time. Manages to get through the first part of the chicken unscathed. He obviously doesn't feel like chicken tonight. I wonder how many of you will get that reference. Arkan. Gaming Daily. I thought it said Garning Danny. Gaming Daily says, let's go, Gilles. Yeah, Gilles has been putting in some decent performances. I think he's going to bring home some good points tonight. It's not all about the qualifying either. Sometimes you can start further back and still make up position. There's a few opportunities for overtaking around here, around Dragon Trail Reverse as well. The chicken, not notably one of them though. Doesn't normally pay off too well if you try to go for a move there. Bruma somehow picking up a 3-second penalty. Not sure what he got that for. Perhaps he cleared the barriers. Kep still currently down in 12th. So he's probably not really been practicing too much in the 4C. He's not been here so far this season. I thought he'd maybe gone down to another tier, but obviously he is racing tonight, unless he's a reserve. Normally rapid is Kep. McKenna. See, the connection is a little bit sketchy there. Hopefully that won't be as sketchy as you can see it is on my screen for the other drivers, because that could cause some unwanted issues. And we're coming to the end of qualifying now. Viking Dog has got damage on his car. I'm not sure he picked that up. We must have missed that, but he's currently sat on pole at the moment for 137.277. BX Royal 7 tenths off the back of him, nearly 8 tenths off the back of Viking, sat in 2nd place. So maybe Viking's going to be able to start upsetting the championship now he's back. Obviously he's currently sat in 5th place, so he's got a little bit of work to do, but there's not too many points separating 5th and 1st, I don't think, at the moment. Let me just check that. do have it here at my fingertips. So yeah, there's only a 49-point lead, or a 49-point gap between Viking Dog and Iggy at the moment. But yeah, not a lot of points between Viking and BX. Viking on 53, BX on 87. BX has got a 15-point gap between him and Iggy at the moment, so Iggy with a little bit of breathing space up there in the top slot at the moment. Don't forget, current reigning champion of Tier 1. So yeah, that is the end of qualifying. We'll get into the 15-minute sprint very shortly. And yeah, ridiculously close grid again. BX managed to improve at the end there. He's only 1/10 off the back of Viking now. Iggy only 3/10 off the back of BX. He'll start in 3rd place. CMP will start in 4th. Capel will start in 5th. Gilles will start in 6th. Zico will start in 7th. Owen will start in 8th. Wesley will start in 9th. Philip 10th. Khan in 11th. Brumadino in 12th. Followed by McKenna and then Kep. Very, very, very close qualifying again indeed. So never mind. The timing's gone. The countdown timer has started for the start of the first race. And they're off. It looks like a relatively slow start there from the GT3s here around Dragon Trail Seaside, but Viking Dog manages to keep that lead into turn 1. Iggy actually looking like he's going to try and take that place away from BX. BX still currently in 2nd place, but Iggy, he looked like he pulled alongside. Not actually managed to get the move done though. In fact, we're going to have a look at these two as they come into the chicane for the first time. Hopefully nobody clearing the barriers. Everybody looking like they maybe got through there all right that time round. There is a bit of a train forming here, so we still have Viking in 1st place. We've got BX in 2nd place, followed by Iggy in 3rd. We've got Capel 4th. Zico 5th. CMP is down to 6th now. Gilles is there in 7th place. We have Owen in 8th. Wesley in 9th. McKenna, a little bit of a gap there to Wesley. He's in 10th place, followed by Kep in 11th. Brumadino down to 12th. Philip up to 13th. And Khan down to 14th. Back on board with the race leaders. Viking Dog still commanding the lead of this race. Followed still very closely by the GR Supra of BX Royal. He's literally hanging off of his rear bumper at the moment. He's managed to create a bit of a gap now to Iggy. Iggy's going to have to close that gap if he wants to be getting the benefit of the slipstream as they come towards the start-finish. Straight through the final turn. In fact, this one here, this little kink here is probably the final turn. So Viking Dog with a 3/10 gap as they come down to turn 1 for the 2nd time. BX probably not closing up through braking as much as he would have liked there. I think Iggy has managed to start creeping back up again. He'll be starting to pick up that slipstream. Cars are going to be a little bit more spread out this time round as they come through the chicane for the 2nd time. Top 3 getting through there unscathed. Capel, he's alright. The rest of them, McKenna looks like he's a little bit all over the place, but that is just a connection. So yeah, everybody getting through there all right again that time round. So the battle for first place is still commencing. BX isn't giving up that easily. Iggy looking like he's dropped slightly off the back now, but he may have gone into tyre conservation mode. He may be saving them tyres for a last minute blast through the time-space continuum. The Viking Dog looking strong at the moment in his return race. BX also looking very strong as well, though. He doesn't want to give up. He doesn't want to lose sight of that first place. But he does want to keep this man behind him, Iggy. But the top three have now created a 2.3 second gap to the next car, which is the car in fourth place of Capel. I was about to say car number 4, I'm not sure what number he actually is, but he is sat in fourth place. It's actually not running a number on that car, or a livery, so to speak. CMP putting him under some pressure though. Capel, as I've seen in the F1, he is an absolutely gladiatorial defender. Very, very good at defending is Capel. He just has a knack for putting the car in the right place on the track, so you cannot get a move done. And he is showing that at the moment, because there is a gaggle of cars starting to form behind him. We have CMP there in 5th place. Gilles up to 6th now. He's managed to make a place. He's looking for a position. That 5th place, he's trying to take that 5th place away from CMP now is Gilles. Can he get it done? He's got Zico there as well though. Zico, he don't want him to catch you sleeping, because he will get past you. Look like Gilles nearly having a moment on the exit of that last turn. That's allowed Zico almost alongside him. Owen's going to be picking up the slipstream as well behind in 8th place. Capel looking like he's managed to get away now. Zico has a sneaky look up the inside, but not quite close enough. As well in that Genesis X. These 4 cars all within a second of each other. So Zico, he's trying to stay on the tail of Gilles at the moment, but looking like he was going to go for a little cheeky move up the inside, but not quite managing to get it done. Owen still not far behind him as well. Owen has been looking rapid all season, hasn't he, in that Genesis X? Only has a look around the outside. He's going to try and go the long way round. That was a good effort there from Owen, but I don't think it was ever really going to pay off. There is marbles out on that side of the track, but he was looking like he was going to try and get it done. Trying to set up a move again. Still not quite close enough. Yeah, I think he still may make up some positions in this race. Wesley is there in 9th place. A couple of car lengths behind Owen currently. Then we have a big gap now to Arkan, who is in 10th. 6 seconds is the gap. So I'm not sure if these guys may be getting caught up in some shenanigans. It looks like we've maybe had some on turn 1. Kep is up to 11th place. That's Kep Aero. Oh, McKenna, no, he's lost it. He's into the wall, he's into the barrier. He's gone for that early cuddle with Barry. Come on, lad, get that car back on track. Broomer coming up now behind him, 13th place. 2 seconds, the gap now to McKenna, but is he going to be able to make up any more positions? Philip, what's Philip doing down in 14th? He's 1.7 seconds off the back of Broomer as well. Perhaps that 911 GT3 just not that great around Dragon Trail Seaside. Meanwhile, Viking Dog, 1.1 seconds is the gap, and Iggy has managed to get that move done on BX. He is now up to second place in the sprint. And he's looking to try and hunt down Viking now. As I said, maybe he was trying to save some of them tyres. The tyre wear is quite high around Dragon Trail. And BX does look like he may be suffering with adverse tyre wear on them front tyres. That is going to help with the turn in. And there's a lot of very grip heavy corners, especially notably turn 1. So they've got the hard braking zone into that sweeping right hand. Oh, BX actually manages to get the move done, has he? Iggy holding it around the outside, but no he hasn't. Iggy managed to hold it around the outside. That was a good attempt there from BX. I thought he'd actually managed to pull it off. He's almost pushing Iggy along as they come into the chicane for the 6th time. Not long left in this one now, just under halfway. Or just over halfway. Just under half of this race left. And BX still putting that pressure on Iggy. He wants that second place back, doesn't he? Oh my God. But looking like Iggy is unable to chip into that gap up ahead to Viking Dog. Viking Dog may have run away with this one. 1.6 seconds the gap. 4 tenths separate BX and Iggy. Is BX going to be able to go for another move down into turn 1? That's what he's trying to set up again now, I believe. He's just got to get the better exit through the final turn. Use the advantage of that slipstream to tow him along as they come down the start finish. I don't think he's quite close enough. So yeah, not quite close enough to go for the move that time round. He'll continue to chase Iggy. We'll go back and have a look at Capel. Capel has now got a nice second gap between him and CMP. 2.6 seconds a gap between him and BX though. There is CMP. CMP being chased by Gilles there in 6th place. So it don't look like we've actually had too many deaths at the chicane. Oh no, we've just seen one. Who was it? It was Khan. Khan into the barrier. That was unlucky, Khan. McKenna, Brumadino even. Does he get through? Yeah, he gets through fine. The next 2 cars of Philip. Philip now up to 12th place. McKenna down to 13th. And Kep all the way in 14th now. I'm not sure what happened to Kep. Oh, BX with a 1.5 second penalty. That's huge. BX. Oh no, that's going to bring him into the clutch as a Capel. Capel may be up for a podium. Oh no, he's going wide again, and he's had to slow down. He's had to slow right down. Come on, Capel, where is he? And he's going to get past. Capel's going to take that 3rd position away from BX. BX has got some work to do now. Capel, can he maintain that gap? He's moved up to 3rd place. That'll be a decent podium finish for him if he manages to keep hold of it. .8 seconds, 2.6 seconds a gap between him and Iggy. Not sure he's going to be able to catch up to Iggy unless Iggy has a moment somewhere. 1.6 seconds a gap between Iggy and Viking Dog in 1st. And Capel. Go on, Capel. It's going to be nice to see a fight between BX and Capel. I think BX is very strong, isn't he? Two very strong drivers. Everyone in Tier 1, to be fair, very strong drivers. Yeah, I think this may turn into a mammoth battle towards the end of this race. We're 12 minutes and 38 seconds in now. And Iggy having a bit of a lonely race now. He's trying to get onto the bumper of Viking up ahead, but Viking doing just enough to keep that gap consistent. Capel doing a great job at the moment. He's managed to stretch that gap now to 7/10. I think he may be up for a podium. I think BX's tyres are holding on for dear life now. That front right is ready to leave the chat. I think he's struggling to keep on the back of Capel now. So some of the cars looking like they're really struggling tonight around Dragon Trail. How is that going to fare for the endurance? Will we see some different tyre strategies? Maybe. So CMP, 1.6 seconds now the gap between him and BX. Got a bit of breathing space to Gilles as well behind in 6th place. 1.1 seconds. Can Gilles close that gap? He's managed to keep Zico behind him, so that's fared all right for him. Zico still having to defend against Owen, who's in 8th. Wesley still in 9th place. Brumer is 10th. Arkan 11th. Reese says, come on, Gilles. So Khan dropping to 11th now. Oh no, he's had a... Did well not to collect Philip and Ben as they came through there. He's going to have to watch out for Kep as well. So Brumer has gone through to 10th place. Philip is there in 11th. McKenna 12th. Khan now down to 13th. And Kep in 14th. And so the top 6 managing to get through for another lap. Zico will finish in 7th place. Owen will finish in 8th. Wesley 9th. Brumer, he's going to bring him in 10th. Philip, he'll finish 11th. McKenna 12th. Khan, he's going to come in 13th. Kep is 14th. So, it looks like Viking Dog has done enough, although his tyres also dying a death as well. Look at that front right, nothing left of it at all. Iggy, his rear nearly gone. Well, both of his left tyres are nearly gone. But looking like it's not been as bad as some of the guys. Capel really well. He's looked after his tyres so well. That Mazda RX Vision maybe a bit gentler than some of the other cars as well, more balanced on the tyres. BX again, front right has left the chat. But here we go, coming down to the start finish for the 10th and final time. It's going to be Viking Dog. He's going to take the win here in his return race. Well done, mate. Iggy will take 2nd place. Capel's going to love that 3rd place. Well done, Capel. BX has done enough to hold on to 4th. CMP 5th. And Gilles brings home 6th place. Well done, Gilles. Well, that was race 1, guys. That was the sprint. We will be back shortly with the 40-minute endurance, which is a reverse grid, as always. So I think that one's going to be an interesting one, too. And if this is your first time, welcome along to the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers. This is Season 12, Round 4 of the GT7 Endurance. Is it the Endurance Series? I think it's the Endurance Series or something. But yeah, next up, the 40-minute endurance. You should know by now, I'm your boy Vexed, it's Vex Man. Here to take you through the proceedings for the evenings. Booyaka Booyaka Jungle is massive. The room is being prepared. I believe everyone's going to get a couple of laps, probably to test out whatever tyre compound they are going for, which I think is going to be mediums, as always, for most drivers. In fact, no, we've seen a couple of guys on different strategies, so kept looking like he may be running the softs possibly in the first stint. Everybody else seemingly going for the mediums. BX is out on mediums. Cap, the only one on soft so far. Bruma, mediums. Capel, medium. Zico, medium. Wesley, medium. Owen, Viking Dog, CMP, Arkan. So the guys just getting couple of quick practice laps in before the feature race. Well, those who choose to do so. Obviously, I guess some guys probably going for a toilet break or a refreshment break. But we will get back underway very shortly. So Viking Dog on his return race, managing to take the win in the sprint race. He'll be starting from the back in the endurance race. Cap looking like maybe he's not really getting to grips with the 4C just yet. He's going to have to get some hours in, get to grips with that car for the remainder of the season. If he's not indeed a reserve, I'm not sure the formalities with that, but we do know that obviously Viking Dog is back, and we have lost a Sonic King after his behaviour last week, so maybe that's what it is. Perhaps Kep has been moved up a tier. So Wesley, we didn't really see masses of Wesley, did we, in that first one? That Lexus has been quick though, hasn't it, this season? Iggy in that 4C. Making it look easy. McKenna skirting around. Skirt. Owen looking like he's the drift king. Smoking the gutter. kgs this year. CMP, I think he took 5th, didn't he? Or was it 4th? In the sprint race. Capel managing to finish on the podium. I think he's going to be happy with that one. I think Philip possibly struggling this week in that Porsche 911 RSR. And here we go. This will be it. This will be the feature race. Rolling grid as always, and a reverse grid. The klaxon sounded there off. Kep will lead the pack down into turn 1 for the first time. Like a few moves being made in the background there. Look like McKenna going the long way round on Khan. He's going to manage to keep that place. He actually has. That was a great move there from McKenna. Oh no, somebody in the background. I think there was a tiny bit of contact there with Owen and somebody else. Owen getting sort of nudged a little bit out wide, was it? Oh, fantastic shot as they come through the chicane for the first time. Capel trying to make his way through the pack now. So the 4 faster guys, or the top 4, having to make their way through the pack now from the back. They have got their work cut out for them a little bit. Cap doing a great job at the moment. How long can he make them softs last? He's gone for the softs in the first stint. In fact, Benji also has. He's also on racing softs, up in 2nd place. Bit of a gap to Philip, who starts in 3rd. He's on the mediums, the first of the medium runners. Broomer behind him, also on mediums, in 4th place. Then we have Wesley in 5th, also on mediums. Owens in 6th, also on mediums. Then we have the 2 McLarens of Zico and Arkan, 7th and 8th, both on mediums. Gilles is on mediums. BX is going to manage to get it done. He has managed to make it stick. That was a good move there from BX. That's a position made up for him. He's now up to 9th. Gilles almost pushing him along though as they come into the chicane for the 2nd time. Oh, there's a few people. Oh, we did see some sparks there, didn't we? I'm not sure who that was, but we definitely saw somebody collecting the barrier ever so slightly. Oh, and a few cars going out a little bit wide there. BX has been sandwiched between Gilles and Khan, I think it was. Khan slightly off the racing line and defending hard now. He doesn't want to give that position up to BX. BX really putting the pressure on though. Arkan doing a good job though at the moment of defending that position. BX is going to have to go the long way round. He's going to get a switch back here. Oh, and he has. Oh, what a move there again from BX. Not really a lot Arkan could do there. He tried to cover off every which way, but it wasn't enough in the end. BX now up to 6th place. Now we have Gilles. Gilles trying to come past Arkan. He's going to manage to get that move done on the start finish there. Side by side, they are neck and neck. He's going to be getting pushed along by CMP behind him. It may even be 3 wide as they come down to turn 1. Look at this gaggle of cars as they come down to turn 1 for the 3rd time. Oh my god, Arkan trying to get that move back off of Gilles. Slight little nudge there. He's had to give away the advantage. He did back off, didn't he? And Viking Dog is now through to 9th place. Oh, Khan looking like he's a little bit out of shape again, maybe grazing the wall. No, he's not doing too badly. Zico not far behind him. That's his teammate. Iggy looking for a move up the inside on them both. And nearly getting a 2 for 1 there, did Iggy. He's managed to get past the first McLaren. Can he get past the second? When will it come? Meanwhile, there's been a change at the front as well. McKenna now in the lead of the race. Kep has dropped to 2nd place, and he does. He gets it done. But was there contact there? I'm not sure. I can't. Off onto the grass and into the barrier. His teammate Zico on the back of Iggy now, though. Brumadino and Khan has actually retired. Brumadino's there in 12th, and Capel all the way down in 13th. 10.6 seconds off the back of the field, so he's actually got huge damage on that car. I wonder if he's had a collecting with the chicane of death. Perhaps he misjudged it. Meanwhile, McKenna, he's got a fastest lap at him over 1:38.579. Car seems to settle down along the straights, but going through the corners, it's well, you can see what it's doing there. What the it's like an episode of X-Files. Kep down to 2nd place now. Maybe start, oh no, he's gone a little bit deep there onto the marbles as well. Maybe starting to struggle a little bit on them softs. The mediums are going to start to come into play soon. Nice to see the difference in strategies though. Wesley is there in 4th place. Owen behind him in 5th. BX there in 6th place, and he's on the back of CMP now, isn't he? On the back of Owen even. Wow, CMP. So CMP there in 7th place. With Viking Dog behind him in 8th. Iggy is 9th. So a few positions made up for the guys that started at the back. Gilles down to 10th now. Zico there in 11th. Brumadino 12th. Capel 13th, and 12.2 seconds off the back of the field. McKenna, the only other guy on racing softs other than Kep. And I'm not sure he's going to make him last as long as he might want to. I think he's going to want to go in around, say, the 10 to 12 minute mark, I suppose. Maybe even 15. I don't know if I'd run them for a lot longer than that. The mediums go for a lot longer, twice the distance. Kept 3.2 seconds off the back of McKenna now. He had a great start, didn't he, Kep? We didn't actually see the move from McKenna, but yeah, looking like Kep's just not quite got the pace to keep up with McKenna at the moment. McKenna doing 38s and Kep's fastest of 39.2. Oh, Philip with a big moment there. That was a big moment. He managed to keep hold of it. He's still holding on to that 3rd place for dear life, but that Porsche just doesn't look very settled around this track tonight. Wesley still holding on to that 4th place, and then we have Owen trying to get the move done on BX, or is it BX trying to get a long way round on Owen? I think he's managed to get it done as well. He's moved up to 5th place now, has BX. on an absolute charge from the back of the pack. In fact, no, he started fourth from the back, didn't he? All the way up to fourth now, though. Managing to get that move done on Wesley as well on the exit. I think that was on the exit, the chicane. Whatever you want to call it, chicken in the kitchen. Wesley trying to hold on to the back of BX now. Owen unable to find a way past. CMP holding on to 7th place. He's still got Viking Dog creeping into that slipstream range. Iggy a couple of car lengths behind. Still in 9th. Gilles 10th. Zico 11th. Bruma 12th. And Capel starting to bring that gap down now. It's down to 9.1 seconds in 13th. Oh, McKenna looked like he had a moment there. I'm not sure if that is actually what happened or if it's just some of the lag that we're seeing. Desync. Oh, let's have a look at him come through the chicane, because that is hilarious. Oh, is he into the barrier or is he not? I'm not too sure. Yeah, he definitely was. And that was definitely a barrier clip. That is going to bring Kep right back into it. He's only 7/10 behind now. What can Kep do? Should we go on board with Kep for a minute, see if he manages to get a move done, or if he's a bit tentative? Maybe he is seeing what we're seeing. Not too sure. Benji's showing him the long way round. It does look as though Kep not really sure which way to go. And that must be the new GTR defense mechanism coming into play there. Which has allowed BX now past Philip. He's up to 3rd place. It's allowed BX to creep right up onto the back of him. He's going to be starting to look for that move against Kep, and he's managed to get it done, has he? Yeah, he's going to get past quite easily, isn't he? And McKenna now into the pits. He was on the softs, wasn't he? So maybe he's had enough of them softs now. He knows he's losing time, especially after that hit with the barrier. And Kep fighting back, manages to take 1st place back momentarily, but BX with a better line. He is going to retake that position. So BX still race leader, or he managed to take the lead of the race on lap 8. Coming from 4th to the back. Actually stretching that gap already to 1.2 seconds. He's got to create as much of a gap now as he can to the other guys that are coming through the field, Viking Dog and Iggy. Kep was fighting really hard though there, wasn't he, for a minute, but seems to have kind of dropped off a little bit again now. Into the clutches of Philip, sat in 3rd place. Looking like Philip's actually got better tyres at this point than Kep as well. Kep obviously on the softs, Philip is on the mediums. Oh no, Kep's at the moment, he's off! Spinning in the background, he's dropping down the order now, that's unlucky, Kep. Very unlucky. Philip now up to 2nd by default. Owen up to 3rd place. Having a great drive at the moment is Owen. Wesley, he's up to 4th. He's having a good drive as well, isn't he? Viking Dog now 4/10 off the back of Wes. Can he manage to get past these guys and maybe start trying to put an impression on BX up in 1st place? I think he's going to have to bide his time. Looking like he's trying to set up a move for this next turn, possibly. Wesley, he's covered it off. Philip, now looking like he's struggling a little bit, possibly. Keeps having squirms on the exit as he's trying to get on the power. Having a great drive at the moment though. So we have BX in first place, Philip is in second, we've got Owen in third, Viking Dog is there in fourth, Wesley is fifth. So Wes losing that position now to Viking Dog. I think it was only a matter of time really, wasn't it? Iggy there as well. Only 4 attempts off the back of Wes. Wes going to have to start going very defensive if he doesn't want to lose another position. I think this might be where we see it. Iggy very good at going the long way round. He's actually having a look up the inside that time round. And he's got through easily. Wesley getting the cut back though. He has managed to edge just ahead. He's going to be ahead as they come into the chicane. So Wes doing a great job at the moment of keeping Iggy behind him. They both get through the chicane unscathed. Very, very close between these two at the moment though. Iggy very hungry for that 5th position, you can see it. I think he doesn't want to lose too much time before his first pit. I think his first stint will be coming to an end in a matter of a few laps. So he still tries he might to get past. Wes still managing to keep it ahead at the moment. Doing a great job. So we have Wesley 5th, Iggy 6th. Then we have Gilles up to 7th now. Zico in 8th. Kep in 9th. After that moment, that was proper unfortunate there. Still running 9th place at the moment, but he will be pitting shortly to get rid of them softs, I would imagine. CMP in 10th place. Yeah, there we go. We've seen Kep go in now. McKenna back out on softs. He's in 11th place. I think that was quite early. Oh, so he's gone for a second set of softs, so he will be going for mediums a bit later on. So he's actually on a 2-stop strategy. Bruma, he's up to 11th place. He's 2.6 seconds now ahead of Capel, who's running in 12th. Kep will re-emerge in 13th on a fresh set of mediums. I think he'll be looking to take them to the end. So BX absolutely dominating at the moment. He's 4.6 seconds, 4.7 seconds ahead of Viking Dog, who has managed to find his way through to 2nd place. Philip now down to 3rd. So there is Viking Dog running in 2nd place at the moment. He's got a 1.6 second lead over Philip, behind in 3rd place, who is, oh god, look at that green Genesis X there of Owen. Owen's trying to get past Philip, but Iggy also trying for the move against Owen as well. I don't think Iggy's quite got enough grunt along the straights to be able to get past that Genesis X, but he is trying. He's going to get a long way round this time, is he? Trying it again. He's still there on the outside. Is he just ahead? I think he is. He has managed to get that move done. Another great move there from Iggy. Goes around the outside to take that 4th place. Oh no. Oh, he's into the barrier. Iggy. So Owen. Philip. They're in 3rd place. Wesley. 4th. Owen. 5th. He's going to get that move done on Wesley, is he? They're side by side. He's going to be on the outside for this next one. Hi Reese, welcome along mate. So Owen now finds his way up to 4th place. We got Gilles going for a move there against Wesley, and then Zico. Zico trying to get in on the action as well. He has managed to pull alongside Gilles. He has managed to take that position as well. So Gilles down to 7th, Zico up to 6th. Iggy all the way down to 8th after that moment. CMP and McKenna locked in a battle now. McKenna trying to get past CMP. He's on the better tyres at the moment, is McKenna. CMP, is he going into the pits? No, he's not. McKenna pulls out. He's going to have to go the long way round into turn 1. And he has managed to do it just. The Supra though, CMP still there on the inside. He's going to have the inside for his chicken. Will he back out? Oh, he's actually had to slot back in behind. So yeah, he did in fact. Looking like he did back out of that. Got to be a brave man to try and go for a move into the chicane, knowing that you might have contact with someone else. Gilles. Back out on fresh softs. Iggy also on fresh softs. Oh no. There was a tiny little touch there. Iggy giving back the advantage to Gilles. Great sportsmanship there from Iggy. Iggy obviously trying to make the most of the undercut. He's trying to get as far up the field as he can before the other guys start to pick. But BX is now in the pits, as is Viking Dog, as is Owen, Philip. Wesley goes through. We've seen him do this before, these extended stints. He is very good at doing it. Very good at pulling them off. McKenna also stays out. He pitted very early though, didn't he? Obviously on a 2-stop strategy. So he is yet to pit and put the mediums on. Wesley out of the front there. Oh, he's hit the barrier. He is on mediums. He's going to be starting to get caught now by McKenna, who's in 2nd place. He will become race leader once again, but he will be putting the mediums on once he goes to put more fuel in that car, I would presume. Because he obviously didn't fuel up again. Bruma looking like his mediums are actually doing alright, aren't they? So Bruma up to 3rd place now, 9.5 seconds off the back of McKenna. But he is going to have to pit again because he's definitely underfueled that car if he's not. BX on fresh softs. He's going to be absolutely chipping into them lap times now. Definitely has enough fuel to take him to the end of the race and enough rubber on them wheels. Viking sat there in 5th place. 1.5 seconds though. He's closed that gap now to BX. Philip and Zico with a 3-second penalty. He will drop behind Owen. Possibly even behind, I think that's Capel, isn't it? Is that Capel behind? No, it's Gilles. So yeah, I think Zico is going to drop behind Owen and Gilles. We're going to go on board with him and just see. Have a little look-see. Pulls off the racing line. Well, yeah, he's had to pull it right off there. Almost looking like he was in a bit of a dangerous position for a minute, but Philip goes through to 6th place. Owen through to 7th. Gilles 8th. With Iggy hot on his heels in 9th. And as predicted, McKenna has become new race leader once again. Iggy managing to get that move done cleanly that time. That was a great move there. That's what he tried to do before, I think, but maybe a little bit late on the brakes, perhaps. It was only the slightest of taps. As you saw, he gave back the advantage anyway, and he's managed to get that move done once again. He's up to 8th place. He's now going to be trying to chase Owen down up there in 7th. Owen in that green Genesis X. He's actually ditched the Haas livery for this week. So Wesley now into the pits. He will drop down the field even further. Zico there in 10th. Kep is there in 11th place. We've got CMP in 12th and Capale down to 13th. But he's closed that gap now to CMP. So he is still, well, no, he was running 13th, wasn't he? So managing to close that gap, but still a little bit of work to do. I'm sure he can make up some positions, as Kep and CMP looking like they were fighting up ahead. Wesley rejoins in at 11th. He's on a fresh set of softs. On Cap into the barrier. Nowhere for Wesley to go there. He just ran into the back of him slightly. But Cap couldn't really get out of the way, and there was nowhere else for Wesley to go. Just a bit of a concertina. So Zico chasing Gilles down. Iggy has managed to get a move done on Gilles. Zico looking for the move now. He pulls out to the inside, pulls back in again. And BX is going to become new race leader. McKenna is now in the pits to refuel that car. 27 minutes in. Gilles going to have to hug that inside line, isn't he? Open the door to Zico. Zico slides it up the inside. He's managed to get that move done. He's up to 6th place now. Gilles down to 7th. Perhaps Gilles just thought better of fighting that. I'm not too sure. So Iggy is up to 5th place now. 2.4 seconds is the gap to Philip up ahead in 4th. Owen still attacking that gap to Philip up ahead in 3rd place. Trying to make the most of that fresh rubber. Philip doing all he can to hold on to that 3rd place. I think that's where he'd like to finish, if he could. But Owen not letting up. And Viking Dog is 8.7 seconds up the road. I'm not sure if another stop will at all be on the cards, because that's a long time still yet to go on them softs. Four seconds, 4.1 seconds is the gap now between BX and Viking. But BX putting on an absolute performance here in this feature race. And Iggy as well, actually very well known for his recovery drives. He's had a few mishaps here and there and still managed to finish very strongly. So yeah, props to Iggy. Very good at adapting to any situation. But yeah, BX still 3.8 seconds ahead of Viking Dog, but Viking Dog is starting to read him in slightly. He is starting to chip into that gap. Now into the 37s. BX fastest lap with a 37.336. Vikings fastest is a 37.677. So Philip and Owen behind, third and fourth, having a bit of a battle here. Owen looking like he was going to get that move done, but Philip still managing to hold on to it. Owen's going to be pushing them along as they come into the chicane for the 19th time. And Iggy, oh, looking like Iggy'd run it a little bit wide there. He's still unable to find his way past Owen just yet. I think as Owen's running so close to Philip, he's definitely going to be getting the benefit of the slip. But Iggy not far behind as well. He should be picking up the slip off of Owen, surely. So I think this is where the battle is going to be at the moment between third, fourth and fifth, as Iggy's trying to come through. Gilles back up to sixth place. Can he manage to get onto the back of Iggy? Maybe try and make it a four-way battle for third place. Got 8 minutes to go, just under, in this feature race. So Philip still doing a great job holding on to that third place. Owen still unable to find his way past, but he's also defending against Iggy behind in fifth. Iggy looking for a move at the inside. Not quite close enough that time round. That's where he's been getting a lot of his moves done though, isn't it? Into that turn there. The 4C just very good on that corner. Very good at keeping the momentum through the corner. Gilles, 1.9 seconds off the back of Iggy now. He's definitely chipping into that gap, isn't he? I think because them 3 cars ahead are locked in a bit of a battle, he's managing to make the most of it, keep it clean and consistent, and he is closing the gap. CMP 4.7 seconds now, having a bit of a lonely race between him and Gilles. Capel 4.3 seconds off the back of him. So he has managed to make up a few positions now. He was running in dead last at one point, or was that Kep? I'm probably going to have a look down through the list and find out that it was Kep, but yeah, Capel 8th place, Wesley And he did get that podium, didn't he? He came in 3rd place in the sprint race. So yeah, Capel's come through the pack up to 8th place. Wesley running in 9th at the moment. 4 tenths is the gap there. Zico is in 10th place. 1.5 seconds is the gap between him and Wesley. McKenna, 3.3 seconds off the back of Zico now. He went for a very early pit stop. I don't think it's quite paid off for him. He's going to be running the mediums now. Obviously on a 2-stop, he'll be running the mediums to the end of the race. So yeah, I'm not too sure the 2 stops paid off for him either. Bruma there in 12th. And then yeah, it was Kep, wasn't it? So Kep down in 13th place. He's actually now 11.8 seconds off the back of the rest of the field. I think he's going to be having a go at his mechanics, isn't he? Definitely looks like him and Iggy are in different cars. I mean, they're not, obviously, but, you know, that's what they say about the Red Bulls, don't they? They say that Perez is in a different car. He's actually not. It's just a driver. As I say, Iggy able to adapt to every situation. He's adapted to that 4C very well, hasn't he? He was obviously in the M6 last car with last season, which is a very different car to drive. So BX has now got a 7.7 second lead, 7.8 second lead over Viking Dog in 2nd place. Still holding on to that fastest lap as well. So Viking Dog, maybe after this winning the sprint, perhaps he's just thought, oh yeah, it's alright, I'll let BX win this one. I'll let him get away with it. Philip and Owen are still locked in a bit of a battle. I think Iggy trying to save his tyres now for one of them last minute dashes. But Owen definitely not letting up against Philip. I think he's trying to force Philip into an error maybe. He looks like he's got the fresher tyres as well. Just looks like Philip a little bit quicker through the chicane. Tiny bit of contact there between Iggy and Owen. Iggy slots back in behind. I think it's only a matter of time before Iggy does manage to get in that position, but Owen has looked very strong all evening in that Genesis X. Just a very good all-round car, it would seem. He's not had a bad season, has he? To be fair. Iggy obviously in the lead of the champ. Oh no, Iggy with a massive moment behind. What happened there? I think he's going to be starting to struggle with that tyre wear. Obviously in lead of the championship at the moment. I think that gap though to 2nd place is going to come down somewhat this evening. We'll have to wait and see how it pans out for the stand-ins. I'm not going to sit here and try and work it out for you. But we will get a read down through the stand-ins again next week. 37 and change. Less than 3 minutes left of this race. And never mind trying to get past Owen. I think Iggy's going to have to start going defensive against Gilles. Gilles has closed that gap right up again. He may be able to go for an attack in these dying stages of this race. As Owen, looking like he was still going for that move against Philip, trying to get a long way around. Will he get a switch back? Not quite quick enough on the exit. He didn't get... Oh, has he got a better exit? He's going to be on the outside once again. They're still unable to take that position. Actually proving like the guys are finding it a little bit difficult actually to pick their overtaking opportunities this evening. It seems to be 1 or 2 corners that are actually managing to have a look. Or perhaps that's just the defensive capabilities of the Tier 1 drivers. So we will have a quick rundown as we come into the last lap. I think BX, he's definitely going to get through to do another lap, isn't he? I'm sure he'll get to do another one after this. So he's currently in first place with a 7-second lead over Viking Dog in second. Viking Dog with it. Oh no, Viking Dog with a moment there. I think he's going to have to start fuel saving maybe as well. He hasn't got a lot of fuel left in that car. He's 11 seconds ahead of Philip though in third place. And what a fine job Philip's been doing of holding on to that third place. Owen unable to find a way past all race long. 39 minutes, so into the last minute now. Owen doing a great job of holding on to that fourth. We've got Iggy, he's done a fantastic job of coming through the field. He's in fifth place. We've got Gilles trying to put the pressure now on Iggy in sixth. CMP is there in seventh place. We've got Zico eighth. Wesley in ninth. McKenna trying to hold on to that 10th, but he's going to lose it to Bruma. Bruma moves through to 10th place. McKenna down to 11th. Capale all the way down to 12th place. Wow, to Capale. Cap down in 13th. So as he comes through the final chicane, almost a little bit deep there. What a fantastic job BX has done in this race. Absolutely dominating this feature race. Well done, mate. GG's, good win. Viking Dog will take home second place. So he's had a first and the second this evening. He's going to be grinning. Philip! Go on, Philip! Philip's going to make it home on the podium. He's going to take home that third place. Owen will take fourth. Gilles will be fifth. We've got Iggy in sixth. So Gilles managed to get past Iggy at the end there. Oh, unlucky Iggy, mate. CMP comes home in seventh place. Zico eighth. Wesley ninth. Bruma, he's going to come home in 10th. McKenna 11th. Capale 12th. And Kep will bring it home. Of Khan, the second McLaren. And Kep spins over the line. Well, that was the feature race, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. This has been round 4 from season 12 of the Aero League Racing's Tier 1 drivers. And I've been your boy Vexed. It's Vexed, man. I'll be here again next week. So I will see you then. Good night.